What's up, everybody? You tapped into the Purple Pocket Podcast, and it's your boy R.A.P. You know what I'm saying? Aidan Hutchinson must be stopped on Sunday. He must be stopped, okay? This is something that we have to definitely focus in on come this game Sunday against the Detroit Lions. And this is why. This guy had 3 sacks last week against the Washington Commanders, and he set a record for the Detroit Lions for a rookie having the most sacks in one game, which is, that's a good thing. And now we're talking about the Lions. Believe it or not, it's weird that they've always had opportunities to get really good players in the draft because obviously they're always towards the top when it comes to the picks, but none of them really panned out the way they were supposed to. Like, they weren't having the best of luck with their first round picks for some reason, but I think they finally got one, okay? I think they finally picked a guy that's going to be around for a long time. It's going to be causing havoc in the NFC North, and we got to see him twice a year. And our first time meeting him is going to be on Sunday, and we have to make something happen as far as blocking him. Now, the one good plus is Christian Darrisaw, Brian O'Neill. I'm not too worried about them. I think they'll be able to hold their own, but they move him around. So I noticed, I went back and I watched a little bit of the game just to kind of scout him a little bit, and they're moving the guy around. Okay, the guy's moving around. They're probably going to line him up in front of Garrett Bradbury at times to try to get to Kirk Cousins. And he's just a guy that, if you watch his film, he plays at 100% every single snap. Every snap. Now, his favorite move is the bull rush. He just tries to use his strength. He doesn't really use spin moves and things like that, but it works, okay? It's kind of like what Micah Parsons is doing at the moment. Micah Parsons is just using brute strength and getting through the line and just dominating the NFL right now. And he kind of reminds me of that. Now, Michigan boy playing for Detroit. What a Cinderella story at the end of the day. It just had to happen. But he had 3 sacks, okay? They have this guy on ESPN projected to have 25.5 sacks this season. That's his projection right now. Now, I know they just go off of, okay, we're seeing how he's playing. He got 3 sacks in one game last week, so 25 and a half sacks is kind of what ESPN's going to project, but I don't see that happening. That would be crazy if he made something like that happen, but it could, though, because I think this guy is NFL ready. Obviously, he's already showed that in the first 2 weeks. Like I said, week 1, if you go watch, this man got through the line so easy against the Philadelphia Eagles that have arguably one of the best offensive lines in the NFL. The only thing that saved them from him not getting 3 sacks in week 1 was that Jalen Hurts is just elusive, bro. Like, he got through there, but Jalen Hurts was just quick enough to read it and get out the way and juke him, hit him with a juke move. But I don't think Kirk Cousins has that ability. Matter of fact, it's not that I don't think. I know, and we all know, Kirk Cousins doesn't have that ability. If he breaks through that line without being touched, Kirk Cousins will end up on his back. That is a fact, okay? That's a fact. And I know I trust Kevin O'Connell and I trust everybody on the staff, on the coaching staff right now to say, hey, highlight number 97, because Aidan Hutchinson is definitely the biggest problem on their defense already. 2 games in to the NFL season, and they got a guy that can single-handedly wreck a game. Okay, this is not going to be good if we don't stop this kid. But it's weird because we have one thing is, we know Kirk Cousins is known to bounce back after this. It's rare that Kirk Cousins is going to have 2 bad games in a row like how he had on Monday night. But then you got this guy on the edge that we're about to face, and he's wrecking havoc the first 2 weeks. It's gonna be something to watch, man. I'm definitely gonna be watching it. I do believe we can scheme up something to stop him. I don't think, because at the end of the day, he is a rookie, and there's still things he has to learn. The Commanders' offensive line obviously isn't the best offensive line in the world. Carson Wentz is very, just tries to die on every play. You know what I mean? He's going to die on that hill every play. So he tends to hold the ball a lot longer than you're supposed to as a quarterback. Carson Wentz causes a lot of his own sacks. A lot of times it doesn't even have to do with his offensive line. That's Dave's boy, man. Dave from Minnesota Sports Talk loves his boy Carson Wentz, but I'm telling you what, Carson Wentz is not it, and I never will jump on that bandwagon. But it's kind of, you can kind of think about it like, okay, I see why he got 3 sacks. Not to take away from his talent, because obviously he got crazy talent and he is going to be a problem in the NFL for years to come. He's probably going to be a problem for the Minnesota Vikings, unfortunately. But, Carson Wentz caused that on himself. I just think this, right? If we can hold him off and Kirk Cousins can get some time, I don't think the DBs are good enough to stop us how the Eagles were. Like, they don't have a Darius Slay on their team. Because Darius Slay single-handedly locked down our best receiver. And the facts are the facts, man. JJ just couldn't get separation. I think he was playing a little lazy. I don't think he was being himself. He didn't have that same, Jetta's energy that he usually has. Because JJ's one of those guys, he needs to get a big catch early on. Like, if you get him first drive, he needs a catch over 20 yards or just a catch and run over 20 yards. And then he's going to be a problem the rest of the game, because his confidence, he's one of those guys, once he gets confidence, you're not taking him off that high horse. You're not getting him off that high horse. He's going to be balling out the rest of the game. And I think, Slay and the Eagles and company, man, they just did a good job of stopping him right away. Like, that hold, which should have been a flag on that play, that really took away JJ's confidence, I believe. I think JJ was just upset after that the ref didn't call that. It was just ridiculous. He probably felt like, okay, I see what tonight's going to be. We're going to get cheated all night. And sure enough, I'm not going to say the refs cheated us or anything like that. We lost fair and square, but that probably killed his confidence, realistically. But and I'm not worried about Jared Goff. We need to blitz Jared Goff. If you look at my thumbnail that I posted on my 3 key matchups for this week, Jared Goff needs to be blitzed, okay? We do not need to be letting him sit back there and throw, because he is good enough to where if he has time, he can dagger you, bro. Is he the best quarterback? Is he a very elite quarterback or a good quarterback? No, he's not, but he's an NFL quarterback. You can put me back there and give me 10 seconds each snap, and I'll be able to throw the ball to these wide receivers, man. It just is what it is. We got to apply pressure early, okay? Don't wait until the third quarter. Let's do it right away and show him that we here to hit you in the mouth. The one good thing is, like I said in the last video, we're in the bank. The stadium's going to be loud. We're going to be cranking. They better be ready, because the crowd definitely always gives us an advantage, okay? But Aidan Hutchinson, man, I got to give him a shout out. He's a really good player. Shout out to the Lions for being able to get a guy like that went to college right around the corner. It's just a Cinderella story, and I think he's going to be a good player. Let's see if we can stop him Sunday. I have faith we can, but if we don't, I think that will be the X factor in this game, okay? If he tends to have a good game, then it's going to be a lot more difficult to win this game than we think. So let's just make it happen, man. Christian Darrisaw, Brian O'Neill, Ezra Cleveland, Garrett Bradbury, which I don't really want to say that, Ed Ingram. Get ready, man. Get ready. Dalvin Cook, Alexander Madison, CJ Ham. Make sure you put in a body on this guy, man, and don't let him get to Kurt. We need Kurt to have all the time he needs to be able to shred this defense up, and I think he can. I know he can if he gets the time. So that's the main thing. Give Kirk Cousins the time, and we will win this game. Although I do believe it's going to be a close game. I already said my score prediction, man. I got 31-24 Vikes. Drop y'all score prediction in the comments. Appreciate y'all tapping in. Holla at your boy.
Appreciate everybody for tapping into the Purple Pocket Podcast. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like, subscribe, and turn the notification bell on. Purple Gang.